Okay, well, hello and welcome. Today, August, sunshine. I'm in Germany. I welcome everybody on this beautiful evening here in Germany to the call. We have lots of people from all over the places. This webinar is going to be a little bit different than the usual webinars we're going to do. We have a lot of updates for you guys, lots of news for you guys, and I have the founder and CEO on the call, who is going to walk you through a product which we have, Ethereum, of course, and he's going to walk you through some updates we have. But before that, because we have a lot of people who have never seen a Swiss Gold Global presentation, I want to just take the first 5 minutes and talk a little bit about what we are and what products do we, of course, have and how you can benefit from that. Now, myself, I have been with Swiss Gold Global since 9 years, so I'm traveling all over the world, really spreading the message of Swiss Gold Global and how you can earn daily income through the different coins we have and the mining through them, and of course build your wealth with gold and silver. So we're going to show you how to cash in from the cryptocurrency trend. We're going to show you how to get paid daily, weekly, and monthly. And we're going to show you how to get paid to save in Swiss certified gold and silver, and therefore inflation-proof your money. So a little bit of a history background. It's a Swiss company founded in 2008 by Bill Rowell, which you're going to meet in the next 5 minutes, and a Dubai company, Dubai-based company. We do have precious metal services from the largest LBMA refinery Agar out of Switzerland. There's only 5 refineries in the world who can call themselves a referee refinery. And we do have, of course, services from the precious metal storage LBMA facility Loomis in Zurich and Dubai. This is where people store their gold and silver. And by the way, this is where all the wealthy people store not just gold and silver, but also art. We do also have the cloud mining service from the world's leading company, Genesis Mining. And this is our founder and CEO here. He's a licensed precious metals dealer in the DMCC in Dubai. You see his license there, and on the left-hand side, he's standing in the refinery in Switzerland, which is the largest refinery in the world. It doesn't look so large there, but this is just one of the many departments, and he's holding a $500,000 bar in his hands over there. So you see our products and services, physical gold, silver, and collectibles. You can save to gold and silver from as little as $25 onwards, and you can then, when you have enough grams saved together, you can actually convert it in one of these products which you see here. We do have mining, and with that, a new notice will come out for all you guys. We unfortunately did really run out on Bitcoin mining contracts. They were the most popular, well, they were really popular contracts, but we also run out of Dash, of Litecoin, of Zcash. They were very, very popular as well. So unfortunately, as of today, we just have Ethereum. This is this symbol here, mining contracts left, but Bill will give us an update in a little bit what's gonna be happening. All right, so just bear with me. You see, there's a huge demand in cryptocurrency. There's no doubt about that. It's a lot of capital going into that. But why gold and why cryptocurrency? Well, look at it this way. We're in a financial disaster really going on. We're in a financial prison. I mean, governments go bankrupt. You see, you're trading your life for money, which is constantly losing its value. You're working for that currency, which is called fiat, which constantly buys you less and less and less. So you need more of that paper currency in order to buy the same goods and services. And so gold and silver, it's an insurance policy. It's an insurance policy, has been all the time. I mean, we know gold of silver, we know of gold and silver since the Romans. In fact, in Roman times, you could buy a good toga and a pair of leather sandals with 1 ounce of gold. 100 years ago, well, you could dress yourself still beautifully with that same ounce of gold. But yet also 100 years ago, you could, for $20, buy 1 ounce of gold. So ask yourself the question today, what could you buy with $20? You certainly couldn't dress yourself anymore. But certainly if you were to sell that ounce of gold, you could still dress yourself beautifully with it. So gold and silver is the best hedge against inflation. But what has it to do with Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin, similar like gold, has to be mined. So it's produced by mining, not by just printing press, which the government print our fiat currency. We don't have a lot of history about Bitcoin, which is the first cryptocurrency, but what we know that it is a decentralized money, meaning it cannot be manipulated by any government. And that's really the beauty about that. It's free market money. It's produced through mining. And this is why it has a lot of similarities. There's only a certain number of Bitcoins ever be mined, ever be produced. So in gold, we know all the gold ever been mined, which is actually physically over the crust of the earth, being mined, being refined, would fit in an Olympic stadium, a swimming pool. All the Bitcoin ever be mined, and mining ends in 2140, will be 21 million. And of course, what's happening with that, it makes somehow Bitcoin and also the other cryptocurrencies scarcity. That means as more demand is coming, of course, as more the supply, as more demand is coming, of course, less the supply gets, and as more the price will get up. And so Bill is going to touch on that a little bit more into depth. I just want to give you a little bit of a brief overview. And with that, I'm going to bring on Bill on the call now. And at the end of this presentation, for all you new people, you will actually then learn how you can make money through, of course, the mining, but also how you can make money through the affiliate side if you decide to join us as an affiliate. And Bill, there's a lot of things going on in this time of moment right now. We have so much demand, and it is absolutely unbelievable. But it's of course no wonder. I mean, I did read the other day in RT, I think I posted it on my Facebook, I don't know if you saw it, but it was saying, like, unfortunately, it's actually very sad with the attacks in Barcelona, and then straight away they put on there, well, investors, because of all those attacks, now flee into gold, silver and cryptocurrency. Now, this was on one of the major publications saying that, so things are really exciting in one sense, sad of course with that what happened, but exciting when it comes to our industry, and hence we see so much demand. But now up to you, Bill. I know you want to share with us all these updates, so I just pass it over to you.
Okay, Claudia, thank you for the introduction and the call, and welcome to everyone's joining us around the world. Let me see if I can get my camera working today. Let me just see where it says here. Just bear with me one moment. Where does it say? Oh, here, webcam. Here we go. Okay, so here I am. Great. Well, it's great to be on this call. Thank you, Claudia. Yes, there's lots of things happening. It is an exciting time. And regarding Bitcoin, yes, maybe we should blame you for why we've run out of Bitcoin and some of the other leaders around the world. You've just come back from Argentina. Of course, you did too in Australia as well, and many other parts. And it's hard workers like yourself, of course, that have helped sell much of the Bitcoin mining contracts. So what does this mean to you? Well, in one sense, how shall I say this? I mean, we've been through the price increase and demand in Bitcoin. When you go look at the price chart, I mean, it's been unprecedented. I mean, it's been absolutely incredible the last month, the last 2 or 3 months in the cryptocurrency space, probably a bit longer than that actually. I mean, it's been going on for many years, but we look at the demand, particularly in the last 3 to 4 months, it's truly been exceptional. And of course, you look at the projected payouts on Bitcoin mining contracts, you're doubling your money primarily or more in the first year, you can understand why they're attracting so much attention. But you know what? Don't be disillusioned by the Ethereum altcoin contract. You know, and because what we're going to do, just to give you a bit of a summary, okay, the Bitcoin mining contracts are no longer available at the moment, meaning that the mining farms have exhausted their hash power. They cannot sell what they do not have. You know, they have so much gigahash power, I mean mega gigahash power, they're generating every day. But of course, so many clients coming in demanding that, of course, eventually it gets to a point of exhaustion. Now, there's more mining farms coming online in the near future. Now, the exact time we do not know. So what's the plan? How is this going to affect you? So I'm here to take you through the step. Now, right now, of course, many of you all have contracts. Be very, very clear. It does not affect your current contracts or your mining payouts. If you own a Bitcoin contract or an altcoin contract right now, or maybe you're still getting yours issued to you today because there's still contracts to be going out in Bitcoin as we speak, it's going to mine and you're going to get paid daily. Okay, that does not affect that. But now let's have a look at the Ethereum. So what will it mean, let's say, for affiliates enrolling people? You don't have Bitcoin contracts in your packages now. We're actually going to substitute that with Ethereum. Now, what is Ethereum? How can that benefit you? Well, Bitcoin and Ethereum are cryptocurrencies, but they're really completely different. They are completely different in that respect. You know, Bitcoin is at the top of its league as a cryptocurrency. In fact, it's often referred to as gold 2.0. Its protocol is very tight, very secure, and it's functioned exceptionally well since Satoshi Nakamoto first drafted the white paper on it. Ethereum, in one sense, is a very different application. It's in the use of smart contracts. It's like the big idea here, of course, it says here, Ethereum is the first world computer, collective computer in one sense. Now, I get lost in this IT stuff a bit, and I'm sure many of you will as well. But I just wanted to let you know, when it comes to the cryptocurrency space, Ethereum is at the top of the list. You have Bitcoin. The next one there is really Ethereum. Like a unique computer that can be used by anyone, it is a decentralized platform. And that's what's really unique about it. This is where you'll hear a lot of, when people speak about Ethereum, you hear them speak often about smart contracts. For example, on our draft board is the idea that when you actually buy and trade your precious metals, it will be done on the Ethereum platform through a decentralized platform, so the transaction will be actually lodged on a public ledger. If, for example, I wanted to sell a house or my car to someone, that could actually happen on a smart contract, okay, on a public ledger, so it's transparent, it's recorded, there's no fraud can be initiated there, but you don't need the middleman anymore. They're all cut out. So it's quite unique. I mean, where Ethereum can go into the future is really limitless. So it is really a fantastic cryptocurrency in that sense, but it's also, because it's a new disruptive technology, it's quite volatile. Okay, so let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at the market cap. First of all, the market cap of Bitcoin, this is as of today, it's around $67 billion. Okay, just to give you an idea of that in perspective, what does that really mean? Well, Deutsche Bank, which Germany is probably one of the oldest and largest banks in Germany, it was founded 140 years ago. Bitcoin's market cap has exceeded the market cap of Deutsche Bank. Now, it took Deutsche Bank about 140 years to get where it is. I think it took Bitcoin a few years probably to get to this market cap, the rally it's had. It's probably been just a number of years, to be quite honest. So we see this new new disrupted digital technology. I mean, it's light speed. Now, the next one in the market cap, of course, is Ethereum, ETH, often referred to as Ether. Its market cap is around 30 billion. Its price is around $300 at the moment. Now, go back to the start of the year. At one point, it was at $9. It was incredible. They had a few issues, as you always do in new technologies. I think it was around 12, went down to $9 to $8, maybe even $7. It's at over $300 now. I mine for Ethereum. I know Claudia mines for Ethereum. Many people around the world mine for Ethereum. So don't think because you don't have your Bitcoin mining contract that you're missing out, because Ethereum is a great contract also, cryptocurrency, to mine for. What Bitcoin does for payments, Ethereum does anything that can be programmed. And as I just gave you an example, Bitcoin's really, as I said, gold 2.0. It's a currency. It's a currency for transacting peer-to-peer transactions, and the transactions appear on a public ledger. Ethereum is a completely different program. It's a different one. That's why you can't really compare the two. It's really a different model, different purpose. And and for smart contracts, etc. So whatever idea you can come up with, really, you can actually build it on the Ethereum platform. Interested? I'm going to go through all of these. I just want to give you a bit of an idea of the underlyings. When you buy a cryptocurrency, it's nice to know a little bit of the underlying purpose of this cryptocurrency. What can it do? What effect can it have in the world? Is it going to help change the world? Is it a trending technical or digital concept? So it's a platform for decentralized applications, and the word decentralized is really, really key. But anything that is centralized, closed doors, there's no transparency. We see that in the monetary system. We see that in the credit card operations. We see that even in land titles for housing and different things, government agencies and different things. And where there's closed doors, information is not transparent. This is where fraud can actually occur. But when you have a decentralized application on a public ledger where everything is, primarily the cards are laid on the table for everyone to see, it's very hard, in fact it's nearly impossible to actually cause a fraud there. So decentralized applications are computer programs that remove the middleman in basically any decentralized service that exists. The consequences are absolutely fantastic. I mentioned about selling of houses, buying of houses, selling of cars, share trading, anything that has a certificate of registry in one particular sense. Even births, when you're giving birth, this could be actually applied on the smart contract that's there in a public ledger. So there's no fraudulence. Passports as an example. But what it will mean is reduced costs. No need to pay fees for intermediaries because you won't need them. And it's the intermediaries, human error, human fraud, that causes this issue. So I'm very excited about this particular technology myself. No point of failure. There's no one server to be hacked or disabled. There is no downtime. If you have a decentralized system like a bank, for example, or like a government server, as we've seen over the last months, some of these agencies have been hacked. But when there's no one single point, where it's a collective database or collective computer base in one sense, you can't bring the system down. It prevents censorship. Its decentralized nature prevents controlling or tampering, which I think people who are into crypto really believe in that. They don't like governments controlling what you can do and what you can't do and what you should look at and what you shouldn't look at. It's your own responsibility, I think, to be able to make those decisions. And of course, government censorship means that they can also, of course, just tell you what they want. They feed the information that they only want you to hear and don't feed other information. In fact, if it comes to the Arab Spring, you've got to say the cryptocurrency world, Facebook and all these new modern technologies were game changers, to be quite honest. So I'm a great advocate for this technology. Fraud proof, it's no trust needed. Your identity, personal info and funds stay in your control. Very important. Guarantees transparency. That's the number one thing. The blockchain is open for everyone to see while remaining anonymous. Very, very nice. It can basically create a programmable contract directly between peers. Bitcoin, we can transact with each other through accepting Bitcoins. Well, primarily, Ethereum is that we're transacting between each other in contracts, selling goods and services, and registering those goods and services of ownership through the smart contracts concept. It's so peer friendly that it's the 5th largest crowd-funded project ever. So when you think of Ethereum, just don't think it's one of these other coins out there. It's also a game changer, as Bitcoin is, but it's different, okay? It runs on its native token called Ether, which serves two main purposes. One, Ether payment is required for applications to perform any operations so that broken and malicious programs are kept under control. And Ether is rewarded to people who contribute to the network with their resources, much like Bitcoin's incentive structure. Applications, reputation systems, registering contracts, messaging systems, individual currencies, finance, social networking, property management, online voting, probably online gambling, betting, anything you can think of, trading of gold and silver. You could do it on the Ethereum platform, which is a public ledger, and we're certainly going to be looking at this further ourselves. Trading computer resources, this is also fantastic. If you've got a computer at home, you're not really using it that often, or all these, imagine the millions of computers in offices around the world, let's say 6 o'clock at night, everyone goes home just sitting there doing nothing. Well, maybe those resources could be tapped into, and of course you could trade that idle CPU time into a global network. I don't quite understand this, but the concept is actually very exciting and very, very interesting. Anything that is sustainable, I'm in for. Decentralized governance, also very important. The most exciting applications of Ethereum are probably the ones that we have not even thought of. Vitalik Buterin, creator of Ethereum, he's a young Russian guy. I think he was in his early 20s, 20, 21 years of age. He's been living in Zug, not far from where I am, in Switzerland. Zug's one of the low tax areas, and I think in a matter of looking at the records on Vitalik when he was first doing Ethereum, I think he raised something like $20 million in his initial seed funding in a matter of 6 weeks. It was one of the record crowdfunding that actually occurred. So it attracts a lot of money, Ethereum. Let's look at the price, because I know this is what's going to interest you. I mean, why are you involved with cryptocurrency mining? Why? Because you want to get paid daily, don't you, as you've been doing with Bitcoin? Well, you can do the same with Ethereum. Now, you can see here, this is just from January. As I said to you, it was probably around about $7 or $8, and then it's had a long run, but up to March, but then it started to break out. And have a look at it there. It just went out like a bullet, like a cannonball just out of a cannon. Look at that. It went right up towards just under $400. It's pulled back a bit, and now it's actually picking back up above the $300 mark. But with Ethereum, I've owned Ethereum mining for quite a long time now. I don't trade it. I just want to own it. I think long-term regarding this. Now, you know, yourself, the Ethereum, of course, when it comes to owning Ethereum, it's not as liquid as Bitcoin when it comes to into merchants and things like that. However, I think that's going to change in the very near future. You'll see that there'll be applications in, let's say, Visa and MasterCard, just like you can do with Bitcoin, through Zappo and through some of these other companies. You'll also be able to, maybe merchants that will accept Ethereum as well. But primarily, even if you do earn Ethereum, you can exchange it on one of the exchanges back to Bitcoin, and then of course you have primarily currency, which is very, very liquid, or you can exchange it back to US dollars or to euros or Swiss francs, Australian dollars, whatever you particularly like. So you can see here, it's a very, very strong cryptocurrency, Ethereum. So what we're going to be doing, let's just talk about for a few minutes, what does it really mean that we no longer have Bitcoin hash power available? New contracts we're speaking about. Again, I'll repeat myself, it does not affect current members who own Bitcoin mining contracts, or even the ones that are going to be issued today. We've got your bank wire funds, and the crypto and your Bitcoin mining is going to be issued. It will be issued. No problem regarding that. It will be turned off from tomorrow. Okay. So primarily what's going to happen is that when it comes to how do you actually keep building your network? Well, you still have another contract, don't you? You have multiple contracts. We have Bitcoin that's out of supply at the moment. It's temporarily out of supply. Now, we don't have a window of exactly when the supply is going to come back in, but what I'm telling you, temporarily means that it's out of supply temporarily, which means it'll come back in the future. Now, it could be, I don't think it's going to be days. I think it's going to be longer than that. From my discussions that I've had, it's still too soon to give any exact date. So I want to be very transparent here. But with that said, people who are mining for Ethereum as we speak, who are mining for Dashcoin as we speak, or Litecoin or Zcash, you're getting paid in Bitcoin anyway. If you're mining for Ethereum, if you bought an Ethereum contract today, for example, with Swiss Gold Global, and we sell it at exactly the same price that Genesis Mining sell it for, you're going to get paid out in Bitcoin anyway. But as of later this week, so in a few days' time, when you mine for Ethereum, you're going to have a choice. You'll be able to select to get paid in Ether. For example, if you're mining for Ethereum, you'll be able to get paid in Ethereum, in Ether itself, the cryptocurrency. Or you could say, you know what, I'm mining for Ethereum, but I still want to get paid in my Bitcoins. You can do that. You'll have an option to do that. And that technology that will be deployed later in the week. Okay? So, and when it comes to the packages, so let's say I'm interested in getting involved with crypto. I'm a free customer. What I can do is I'll be able to buy the Ethereum mining contract and I still get paid daily. I'll touch on those charts in a couple of moments. If I want to become an affiliate, you know, the affiliate packages, of course, as you know, they contain the Bitcoin contracts. What we're going to be doing is substituting the Bitcoin contracts for the Ethereum contracts. So when you join up with a miner package, you'll get the same amount for the same value. Instead of being in Bitcoin, you're going to get the contract in Ethereum, and each month on your $50 a month, 25% of that will go towards more Ethereum to compound your Ethereum payout. And the same with the other contracts as well. We'll be substituting Bitcoin contracts for the Ethereum contracts. Now, when Bitcoin becomes available, of course, again, you won't be able to change the contract from Ethereum back to Bitcoin, but you'll also have the opportunity to be able to buy it. But members in the future, of course, will be able to again buy the packages with the Bitcoin in it. But just a bit of a tip here. I suppose, you know, if you're buying the package, it's not really as an affiliate package. Okay, let's think about it. A miner package, $170. It contains $200 gigahash of Bitcoin mining. When you buy it from tomorrow onwards, we're going to give you 1 megahash of Ethereum. They're both valued at $30. And but let's have a look at the payouts so you can just sort of see the difference there as well. Actually, we'll go through these. I'll get down to the charts a little bit further. Let me give you a bit of a summary for the people on the call for the first time. What options you actually have. Well, what do you have to do? First of all, you can open up a free account. We'll talk about upgrading later, but you can get started with Swiss Gold Global by opening up a free account. Basically, very, very limited risk. You don't have to mortgage your house. You don't have to take out bank loans. You don't have to sell assets to get in the door with Swiss Gold Global. You can start with a free account, and the lowest contract value we have is around about $30. So they get you in the door, get you plugged in. You start to learn about cryptocurrency, and you start to earn in cryptocurrency. That's really the important thing. You have to be KYC compliant. Very, very important. After you've opened up your free account, you need to actually take a photo of you need to take a photo of your personal ID, such as your driver's license, government issued, must have a signature on it, and your photo or your passport, and you've got to fill out a form that we actually email to you. Take a snapshot of that, sign it, take a snapshot of that, and return it to us as per the system actually instructs you to do that. Open up your independent free Bitcoin wallet. Now, even though you're actually you'll be buying Ethereum, still set up your Bitcoin wallet, because at the moment, whatever Ethereum you'll be mining, you'll actually be getting paid out in Bitcoin. But later in the week, as I mentioned, if you want to get paid out in Ethereum, you can actually you'll be able to set up an Ethereum wallet, and we'll be able to push you Ethereum, okay? Or if you want to get paid out in Bitcoin from the Ethereum, you can do that as well. As the same it will be with Dashcoin, Litecoin, and of course Zcash, okay? And you'll get paid daily, just like you're getting paid now with Bitcoin. Let's look at the contract. Now, this contract here is the smallest contract of Ethereum. Okay, this is on Crypto Compare. There's the Bitcoin, this is Ether. Now, when you look at these calculators, the Ethereum contract is different than the Bitcoin contract. The Bitcoin contract is an open-ended contract, means that there's no maturity date. As long as it is profitable to mine, meaning that the reward is greater than the cost of mining, you're going to get paid. And there's on the Bitcoin, of course, you have maintenance fees, but with the Ethereum contract, the maintenance fees are factored in. This is why we've actually put 0 power consumption, 0 kilowatt, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to worry about that. So when you go to these Crypto Compare calculators, if you see this, just make it 0, 0, put in the size of the hash power that you actually have. In this case, it's 1. This contract costs around about $30. And as you can see here, it's a 2-year contract as well. Just note that our altcoin contracts such as Ethereum are 2-year contracts. They're fixed term contracts for 2 years. So with that said, you're going to say, okay, I'm buying $30. What am I going to get back from this? Well, based on where it is at the moment regarding the exchange rate from Ethereum to the US dollar, the difficulty rate, etc., you're primarily getting your money back in the first year, and the second year you're doubling your money. Now, you might say, well, Bitcoin was paying a lot more than that. That is the case. So if you had a look at this 6 weeks ago, Bitcoin was primarily the reverse. Bitcoin was giving you about pretty much breaking even in about a year, as it is showing here. And Ethereum was giving you about 3 to 4 times reward in the first year. This is only about 6 weeks ago. So this is how dynamics can change in this industry. Demand and supply, difficulty rate, the price between the cryptocurrency and the USD rate. All these variables, of course, affect it. So as I said, Bitcoin going back 6 or 7 weeks ago, primarily the first year you're getting your money back, and from there on it's profit. But with Ethereum, 6, 7 weeks, even going back actually 3 months, it was showing about 3 or 4 times your money in the first year. It was actually very exciting because I mined for actually Ethereum, and I still do today. But it's changed at the moment, but that's okay. Things are always like this, okay? Cycles, okay? So I don't worry about when it dips. I normally buy a bit more and in pricing and compound it that way, and then let it rally up again. If it dips again, I might buy some more contracts. But as you can see here, a $30 contract, you're primarily in the first year going to get your money back, okay? And you get paid out just like you would do on the Bitcoin one as well. Here's a 10 mega hash contract. It's again, you're primarily getting your money back in the first year as well. Actually, it's all relative. With all these particular contracts, you're getting that, okay? And then the largest one, that costs around about $2,900. That's 100 mega hash. You're going to get roughly $2,900 back in the first year. So the second year, of course, you're pretty much doubling your money. But if Ethereum keeps to rally where it's heading, and it gets back up to where $400 etc. is, you know, this chart will change again. It could also drop down as well. So they're the risks that you have in this cryptocurrency mining space. There is risk associated, so you need to know that. But this is a fixed year, 2-year contract, and this is what it's showing at the moment. Daily Bitcoin payouts into your wallet. Well, many of the people there, because it's decentralized, when Genesis Mining does the actual payouts and pushes it onto our system, because they're actually integrated into their system, it's done through the payments made, the transactions made on the blockchain, so it's transparent. We have no control over your wallet or your money, okay, which is a good thing. You don't want that. Whatever you're getting paid is actually getting paid through the decentralized system. That is the right way cryptocurrency should work. Many people say, well, why don't you have your own wallet? Will you hold the cryptocurrency for us? And when it builds up to an X amount, then you actually release it to us. We don't want to do that. We don't want to hold your cryptocurrency. This is where counterparty risk gets engaged, okay? So we believe to be really support the protocol of the initial inventor in one sense, Satoshi Nakamoto, is that everything should be decentralized, everything should be transparent on public ledger, and you don't want to have things centralized. This is where frauds and hacking, as we've seen in wallets, occur in the past. The Bitcoin mining calculator, we don't need to go through that at the moment. I don't know if this is an up-to-date one. Oh, it's exchange rate. It's $4,000, so it would be up to date. But primarily, that's also. Let me just do this number here quickly. What's it showing? It's showing about 22 cents. So you take out the maintenance fee of 0.00028 per gigahash. And this is a 200 gigahash contract. So you're going to have to take out 6 or 7 cents. So primarily, you're going to be making. I don't know, let's just say it's 15 cents. You multiply that by 365. You know, it's $54 to $60 return, and the contract's costing you $30. So primarily on these contracts currently, if you own a Bitcoin mining contract, you're doubling your money as we see where it is at the moment. Okay, but remember, the difficulty factor changes and the exchange rate changes. In fact, when we started Bitcoin mining, just for people, the difficulty factor was at 2, but the price was also down around 570 to 600. So as the difficulty factor gets higher, primarily there's a higher demand for the same amount of Bitcoins that are mined every day. It's making it harder to get to a piece of the pie. The difficulty factor is increasing, okay, which means your reward is getting smaller and smaller over time, but it's been subsidized by the increase because of demand and supply, the increase in price. Now at $4,000 US, and of course last November it was around 570 to 600, $700. It was up and down like a yo-yo a bit, and it's still a bit like that at times. Okay, the same with the $2,000 contract with Bitcoin, 15 terahash, which is 15,000 gigahash. Primarily, you know, what's that? It's 500 a month. That's 6,000 a year. It's costing you 2,000, 2 or 3 times your money. Pretty exciting stuff, isn't it? You can understand why the Bitcoin mining contracts have sold out. No question about that. I mean, if you look at the investments of banks and things like that, return on your money, 1% return on your money, it's very, very, very low. So the trend at the moment, the big money is flowing into cryptocurrency space purely because of this, but it's not without risk, okay? So what options do you have to get started? I'll probably go for these to save a bit of time in the webcast. Let me just see how long we've been going for. Oh, we've got a bit of time, then we can do some Q&A. You can get started with a free account, as I mentioned. You also have the option as a miner package. It's $170 one time, then it's $50 per month. Now these packages, instead of having Bitcoin in them, they're going to be actually Ethereum packages. So the price will stay the same, okay, for each package, but instead of having the Bitcoin gigahash in there, they're going to actually have the similar value of Ethereum megahash in there. So you have the miner pack 170, silver 249, the gold, which is the annual package, $797, same with the executive miner package, $3,000, the ambassador package, $3,000, primarily, and also the platinum package, $5,000, which contains gold. These contain gold and silver in there as well. Now, Claudia, I'm not too sure. Should we go through these? I should go through probably. We've got time. I should go through these probably accounts so people can understand how they do get started. So, as a free account, what's in it for you? And as a free account, if you're an affiliate, if you're an affiliate and you sign me up on a free account, you're going to get actually 5%. Whatever actually mining contract I buy, let's say it's Ethereum contract. Whatever contract I buy in mega hash, you're going to pick up 5% of that. So the great thing about this is your business model for people on here saying, how am I going to actually keep my business growing? I've got no Bitcoin hash power to actually compound my daily payout. Don't worry. You're diversifying here now into Ethereum, and Ethereum contracts are paying out in Bitcoin, and they're still a fantastic contract. So you're going to get 5%. So if you sign me up and I bought a free contract, whatever contract I buy, you're going to get paid out 5% in the Ethereum in mega hash, which means you're still compounding your daily Bitcoin payout. As a free customer, if I sign up someone as a free customer, I'm a free customer. If I sign up someone as a free customer, I'm going to pick up 2.5%. So even as a free customer, I can earn free Ethereum or free Ether hash power as well, which means I'm actually compounding my Ethereum payouts. And the affiliate also picks up 2.5%. And in gold and silver, the affiliate will pick up, only affiliate members get returns on gold and silver, and then it's going to be 1% or whatever the value actually is. Referral commissions. This is a very old slide here. I won't go into that. But primarily what this one's meant to show you is that you can actually you can buy your contracts out, or you can earn your contracts and get free referral commissions. And primarily, this may be cloudy as I'm not too sure, but I don't know, if you scroll down, it might be 60, 70, 80 transactions there, I think. Primarily, you'll see that most of them come from bonuses. Bonus, 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 which means that she's getting free hash power added to her current hash power, which means she's compounding her daily payout. That's what she loves. That's what the people love. Now, from tomorrow onwards, she's still getting paid out in her Bitcoin. Whatever hash power that she's actually accumulated up to this point is still paying her out daily. But now she's going to be focusing on, of course, sharing the Ethereum contracts, because that's what we have at the moment until the Bitcoin, the Dashcoin, Litecoin, and Zcash come back online. I won't go into that slide right now. Okay. I will touch on this briefly. This is touch as an affiliate. As an affiliate member, again, an affiliate is not compulsory. You don't have to sign up as an affiliate. You can sign up in a free account, just buy your gold and silver, or you can just buy your cryptocurrency hash power. But if you decide to become an affiliate, the smart thing is about it is that you earn commissions, more commissions. You earn double the amount in hash power reward, but every time someone buys gold and silver that you've introduced, you're getting 1% of the purchase value. And also, when you actually sign up other affiliate members, you're getting paid fast track commissions. Now, Claudia is a bit of master at this. she'll always take her fast track commissions, which are pushed into her e-wallet, and she'll convert them either into two things. Historically, she's always pushed it into gold and silver, has been doing that for many, many years. So she'll earn her affiliate commissions, she'll take her affiliate commissions, and she'll compound that and build up her gold and silver savings. Now, primarily since November, I know that she's probably doing, I'm just guessing, because I know the numbers, of course, probably 80 to 90, probably 80%, 70 to 80% might be going into actually cryptocurrency, but she's still putting a bit of that e-wallet commissions into gold and silver. So let's have a look how the unilevel commissions actually pay. Now this is based on a $50 a month program. So if you sign up as a minor affiliate package, if you sign up as the minor package, it's $170 one time. It's going to include Ethereum in there as well. And $50 a month includes also Ethereum in there as well. So every month you're getting more Ethereum added to your current Ethereum. 25% of that goes to Ethereum. 60% goes to affiliate commissions. We have to pay you commissions, referrals, don't we? That's where it comes from. It comes from the membership. Swiss Gold Global is a membership program that has gold and silver cryptocurrency as its products and services. Okay? This message is popping up here. Lots of them. Let me see if I can turn them off. Okay. So if you introduce 5 people into as an affiliate, even if the minor packages, okay, you're going to, first of all, you're going to earn your fast track commissions, which range from $35 up to, of course, $500 depending on the package. They pay that weekly, the fast track commissions. But the level commissions, of course, level 1, if you signed that had 5 people in your frontline organization, okay, you're going to get 15% bonus on the $50 on the BV, the value of that particular monthly package, which is $37.50. You're also picking up either an extra $13 in silver or $13 in value of cryptocurrency. So primarily with 5 people, you have your money back. 5 people, you have your money back. Now, on my first level 5 people, if I actually support them, train them, and they duplicate to a second level, that means now I have 25 people on my second level, which means my organization is now 30 people. I'm now making 4 times my money. My membership's costing me $50. I'm making $225 in commissions. On top of that, I'm getting my silver or my Bitcoin or Ethereum mining added to that each particular month. And as you can see, as the organization grows, so does your actual cash flow. What does each person does? Each person has just signed up 5 people, plugged them into the system, they've decided what package they want. As again, this is based on the example of the minor package or the silver package on the $50 a month. This is the commissions that will generate. And these commissions, which are going to be pushed to your e-wallet, can be taken and actually paid out in to buy more cryptocurrency or gold and silver. Okay, before I finish up here, what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to probably I'm actually going to pass this probably back over to Claudia, and she can check if there's any questions and things like that, which would be great, and I'll be here to answer those questions, Claudia. So thank you for your time. If you've got any questions, just type them into the control panel here, and I'll be more than pleased to actually answer them for you. So back over to you, Claudia.
Okay, thank you, Bill. I'm just looking now at some questions here, so just bear with me one moment that I see them. Just a second. All right, it's a lot of questions. Do we have it recorded? Yes, we do have it recorded. So we will put it after that onto the YouTube channel, so just bear with me and we will do that, yes? Guten Tag, yes. Hey there. Hi, everybody. Question, just basically, I have 5 minutes ready to. Okay, question. This is hi Sahir. Sahir is asking, I have 5 affiliates ready to go, and I have 5 affiliates ready to go. Would that work? What happens to their terahash and mine? It's owed or added straight away. Is it worth mining in Ethereum? Is it worth telling a few out of strong downlines? How long before it goes to normal? Lots of questions in one question, Zahir. How long before the, well, okay, I'm going to go one by one. It's too many questions. Bill, can you hear me?
Okay, Claudia, listen, you're going to have to repeat that question. I heard several questions there. Could you just repeat the specific question, please?
Well, that is our friends here. He has many questions, which is great. So one of the questions is basically ask, I have 5 affiliates ready to go, basically ready to join in. How would that work? What happens to their terahash and mine?
Well, hi, Joe here. I know who you are. I can remember you. It was great meeting you in Birmingham a few months back. Okay, of course it's worth referring to 5 affiliates. I would, if you want to, listen, you want to earn money and get paid out daily, you do not stop. You just saw what the Ethereum pays. It's a 2-year contract. It's paying out primarily getting your money back in the first year. In the second year, you're doubling your money. Now, going back 3 or 4 months ago, up until that, probably even just a few weeks ago, a month back, the Ethereum is paying out more than the Bitcoin. But now it's the Bitcoin, because the price has really rallied because of the huge demand. The money is flowing there, of course, and the price pulled back on Ethereum. People switched from the Ethereum and started pushing back into the Bitcoin. So primarily, yes, people could sign up you could sign up 5 people right now in the, let's say, the miner package. Instead of them getting Bitcoin hash power, they'll receive Ethereum hash power. Now, it's going to take us a while to get this, of course, it's going to take us a little while to get this organized and structured. We're only notified this morning, actually this afternoon, that they could not supply us. So this is thrown as, it's not as if we were giving 48 hours or a week's notice that this is happening. It's just the demand is just so happening, and they just said the tank's empty. So it's thrown us into a bit of an emergency here in that respect. But with that said, it's fine. We will deal with it. The important thing is to know is that people who have bought their Bitcoin contracts are getting paid. The people who have not been issued the Bitcoin contracts yet, but have sent the money, which was still in the process of being issued from today's banking, they will be issued their Bitcoin and they will be paid. And that Bitcoin contract, as you have Tuesday here, will just keep paying out as they had been before. That doesn't change. But for the new people you sign up right now, such as the miner pack, such as the silver pack, or even the ambassador pack, we're going to actually change them, so they're actually going to be receiving Ethereum contracts instead of the Bitcoin contracts. And you saw the chart just a few moments ago of what that would actually pay out. It still pays out. Well, it's a different contract, but you know what? I'm a great believer in diversification. And the Ethereum contracts, if you have it now, you're getting paid out. Even though you're mining for Bitcoin, you're actually earning, even though you're mining for Ethereum, you're getting paid out in Bitcoin. Now, later on this week, we're going to be deploying a new module where you'll have a choice. You'll be able to enter your Ethereum wallet and you'll say, okay, here says, okay, I've got my Bitcoin earning me Bitcoins. I now want my Ethereum to actually reward me in Ether. You'll get paid in Ethereum to your Ethereum wallet. Now that will be deployed by the end of this week. So that's where we are. So thank you, Zahir. Look forward to catching up with you again.
All right. Well, there's another question coming here from Shazia. Hi, Shaz. So, Bill, if someone prefers Bitcoin, should they wait? What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't wait. No one knows where Bitcoin is going to go. I mean, it could go to $10,000. Maybe it pulls back to $2,000. I mean, I don't know when the Bitcoin hash power is going to actually come back online. It could be a week. Maybe it's 4 weeks. I don't know. So this is the maybe they just go out and buy Bitcoin outright. That's their other option as well, of course. But I'm a great believer in diversification. I'm a great believer in the Ethereum contract, even though it's people might look at it saying I'm only doubling my money in 2 years, which is pretty exciting, to be quite honest. When you look at the options that are given to people around the world, it's very, very exciting. But because we look at the Bitcoin chart right now, and we can see that we're making 3, maybe 4 times the money in the first year with Bitcoins, people say, wow, I missed out on the big one. But it changes. I just said earlier on in this presentation that you had gone back and looked at these charts maybe 6 weeks ago, Ethereum was paying out 3 times the money in its first year, and Bitcoin was about break even. So it changes, okay? So I mean, anything regarding a purchase is an individual thing, of course, but I don't wait. I'm an action doer, and I believe in diversification. I believe in risk management, and to own both Ether and I think Bitcoin and other altcoins, the real decentralized, the main altcoins, I think it's a smart thing actually to do.
And there's actually a lot of questions coming, so we're probably going to go over the hour, which I'm sorry for that. But so there's another question coming, and this is of course Ethereum wallet. Correct. And George, risk have their own rewards. Absolutely, George. Bryce from the US, you're right. Looking forward to see you soon. Another question coming from Sarah. Sarah, so do I have to get another wallet for Ethereum?
Not right now, Sarah. You don't have to worry about that now because we're paying you out in Bitcoin. So what you do, just as an example, if you bought an Ethereum contract, as I said, I think they start at $29.99 or $30 primarily. You're mining for Ethereum, but we're actually paying you out. We're still putting Bitcoin to your wallet, so you're still going to be paid out into your current Bitcoin wallet. But at the end of this particular week, we're deploying the new application that will allow our members to choose. So if you're mining for Bitcoin, or you're mining for Ethereum, mining for Dashcoin, Litecoin, or Zcash, you'll be able to decide, I want to get paid in Zcash. I want to get paid out in Dashcoin. Now we're not selling contracts in Dashcoin at the moment. They're also exhausted. But for people who have those contracts, they could change that to be paid out in Dash rather than Bitcoin. So to answer your specific question, no, you don't need to have an Ethereum wallet right now, because if you bought an Ethereum contract today or the next couple of days, we will just pay you out in Bitcoin anyway. Your Ethereum is converted to Bitcoin and pushed to your wallet. But you would have the possibility at the end of the week or next week, whenever you seem fit, you could go in there, set up a new Ethereum wallet in your back office member account, and you could choose to be paid in Ethereum, in Ether, rather than be paid in Bitcoin.
And Bill, Elaine is asking why is Bitcoin exhausted? Are we able to mine with other mining companies other than Genesis?
Well, it's a good question. It's a free world. You're willing to buy Bitcoin mining from wherever you can actually get it. I don't, and there's a number of reasons for that. I mine with Genesis Mining because I know the people, I've met the people. The maintenance fee, I do not believe there's another company on this planet whose maintenance fee is as low as Bitcoin. There's many companies that make claims out there, but they're not all not transparent. One is they never show you the mining farm. Number two, they never tell you what their maintenance fee is. I've even had calls with these companies, and then people have made these claims. I've asked them what the maintenance fees are, and they can't even answer the question. So, me personally, yes, it's a bit frustrating and dissatisfying that the Ether is not available. Sorry, the Bitcoin is not available. All it means, Elaine, is that you've only got so much, let's say, production of hash power or gigahash produced each day. When all that is sold out, they can't sell what they don't have. Although we saw a couple of months back, some people fined $11 million for selling just that. They were selling air. They said they were selling mining, but they weren't selling anything. They didn't have it. So we're dealing with a company of high integrity. It's easy when there's issues. I mean, I feel very comfortable and very good around these people. This is why I chose them. I spoke to companies in China and different parts. You know what? These guys are transparent. They're the real deal. I mean, it's a new disruptive technology. There's huge demand, which is very exciting. It means you're in the right industry at the right time. But sure, you can certainly buy. If you can find it elsewhere, you can certainly do that. That's not a problem as long as they're paying you. That's great.
Thank you, Bill. And I have another question here from Shaz. Hi, Shaz. Again, say Genesis comes back with contracts of Bitcoin, and I have people who have joined with Ethereum contracts. Can they revert? Can they revert if they become affiliates?
No, if you buy Ethereum contracts, that's what you're mining, of course. What you can do, because just think about it in one respect. If you're buying, let's say you bought, even if it's a $30 contract or $2,000 contract, and you've been mining for a particular month, and you can't cancel these contracts are not transferable. We can't transfer them. This is the particular thing. But you know what? It's not bad to own Ethereum. As I've said, I think it's a smart thing to do. Maybe Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum with its technologies and its applications. I mean, remember this is even a newer technology than Bitcoin. You know, and its market cap's already at 30 billion, and its price is around $300 plus. So where will it be? Will it be at $3,000 or $4,000 in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? I don't know. So, but to answer your question very clearly, no, they're not transferable. So if a person buys a package now, that is in Ethereum, they own the Ethereum contract for the 2-year period. It just means when Bitcoin comes back online again, which it will come back online, no question about that, then they'll just have to buy the Bitcoin packages as they need them.
And Sarah is asking another question. No, now it went. Where is it? If I set up an Ethereum account now, can I change that to a Bitcoin account when it comes back online?
The question might, hi Sarah, the question might be more of a line if the $50 a month is actually, if she's getting paid. I'd have to understand the question clearly, but let me make an assumption here in one sense. Let's assume that Sarah has signed up as an affiliate in a miner pack in one sense, or a silver pack. So let's say a miner pack, and every month she's getting pushed some Ethereum to her wallet to compound her daily pass as part of $50 a month. When Bitcoin comes back on, can you change that to Bitcoin? We'll have to make that possible, Sarah. Okay, I mean, this is the first time we've had this issue with Bitcoin, of course, so we've got to make a few changes. But primarily, this is what our intention is. If you're on a membership program, and instead of getting silver, we want to give you full flexibility, whether you're buying your annual membership for $600 or whether you're paying $50 per month. You should have the choice to be able to say, I want my $50 a month to go towards Bitcoin. I want my $50 a month, part of that to go towards, of course, Ethereum, or maybe it's even going towards Dash, or maybe it's even going towards silver or gold. That's the flexibility we need to build into the system. We're not quite there yet, okay? But if you buy as a free, I don't know whether you're a free customer or an affiliate, Sarah, but let's address the issue of you being a free customer. If you're a free customer and you buy an Ethereum contract right now and you're mining Ethereum and it's getting pushed into your Ethereum, to your Ethereum wallet that you'll be able to do at the end of this week, when Bitcoin contracts come up, you'll still be getting paid out on your Ethereum contract, and if you buy another Bitcoin contract, you'll get paid out on your Bitcoin contract to your Bitcoin wallet. I'm not too sure whether I've answered the right question for Sarah, but that sort of covers both angles, I think.
And Bill, we're running over time, but there's a lot of questions coming here. We may have to schedule another webinar for that. I don't know. Okay, there's another question coming. Okay, this is from Sayed. When Bitcoin becomes available again, do we get our 5% that we're getting from our existing affiliates before this change comes into play?
Again, I've got to quite, maybe I'm missing the question here. If you've signed up people, if you're an affiliate member and whatever people buy contracts, you're going to get 5%. That is the case. So let's say you enrolled me, I'm a free customer, or it doesn't matter if I'm a free customer or of course, an affiliate, whatever packages I buy in Ethereum, you're going to pick up 5% in hash power. And when Bitcoin comes back online, and I buy some Bitcoin packages, you're still going to pick up 5% because you're an affiliate member. As long as you're an active affiliate member, you're going to pick up the 5%, but that doesn't change. Okay, as an active affiliate member, you're always going to earn double than what a free member will. Plus, you'll have the other fast track commissions, affiliate monthly residual commissions, and also the commissions on gold and silver as well.
And there's another question coming from Elaine. Elaine is asking, did Genesis offer an explanation as to what they are doing to resolve this problem with Bitcoin?
Yes, Elaine, they're building massive mining farms. It's not a problem, actually, Elaine. Don't see this as a problem, okay? nothing is broken. It just means that the amount of their capacity that their farm can produce is exhausted. Let's look at a power station. A power station is big enough to supply, let's say, a city of 100,000 people. But now the city has grown to 200,000 people and the power station has not grown. Someone's going to miss out on electricity. There's going to be blackouts. Okay? Primarily, this is a similar sort of thing to what's happening with, of course, with Genesis. This is actually exciting because the ecosystem's growing. The demand for their services and products are growing. I mean, they nearly have 1 million members around the world. They are huge. Probably the mostly trusted mining provider around the world. And I just mentioned the maintenance fee. So nothing is broken. Their explanation is simple as this. They've sold out the production that they have. More members coming in, they can't supply the members in Bitcoin. So to answer your question, yes, they're building massive mining farms. I hope to visit one of the new ones in the coming, maybe the next 4 to 6 weeks. And each hall is about 3,500 square meters in size, and they contain tens of thousands of mining rigs each one. I mean, if you've seen the video of myself and even Claudia was there in Iceland, you'll see how big that was. Well, that wasn't 3,500 square meters, and that was pretty damn huge. So it's very exciting, and these people are investing tens upon tens of millions of dollars. And that's not an understatement. When you see the infrastructure, what this company is doing, they are putting everything on the line. They believe in this industry. They are putting significant money into their mining farms. So yes, they will be able to supply more Bitcoin hash power in the future. But just as the example of the power station, they have to make the supply bigger to cater for the larger city that's grown from 100,000 as an example to 200,000.
Okay, and there's another question coming from about what if Genesis collapsed the business or if Swissquote Global collapsed the business. And maybe Bill, I want to just jump in here because I just saw an update from Genesis as well on the Twitter feed there, and they made a statement as a company claiming that they partnership or I don't know, bought into the business of Genesis somehow, which they hugely, of course, denied. So Genesis, what Genesis is, and you will correct me, of course, what Genesis is doing is Genesis is providing hash power to, of course, to clients, such as, of course, Swissquote Global. They're providing hash power for us. That's what it is, and it's a huge company. But maybe, Bill, you want to now touch on that subject.
Yes, correct. Genesis Mining have not partnered with us. We have not partnered with them. We're on the contract with each other. They provide services to us, cryptocurrency mining services, and in the future possibly more services. Just like Argol Horizon Refinery in Switzerland supplies services in the area of minting private pure gold and silver collectibles and supplyment of products and services to us. Now, when it comes to, let's say, what would happen if Genesis Mining was to collapse? Well, I suppose that's the risk, isn't it? I mean, who knows? What would happen if Swissquote Global was to collapse? That is the risk. I mean, the mining is pushed, on a hypothetical note, I suppose, the mining power is pushed from Genesis Mining would be pushed to your wallet. It's done through a decentralized process. We don't hold on to your cryptocurrencies. We've already spoken about that. We have a mirror image of what your payout is on the back end, of course. We show you what the payout is, but we don't, the transaction is done on the blockchain. Okay, so we do not hold, we are not your vault. We do not have the key to your vault, and therefore if something happened to us, the key will be lost and you never get access to your wallet. That is not the case. But these are all hypothetical questions. They're good questions, of course, but just like if you invest in a share company, what happens if the share company was to collapse or the bank was the close of stores? I mean, these are things we don't like. Regulatory changes, things happen in the world. You know, no one could ever say things are 100% guaranteed. I would never ever say that. We know changes happen. I've been in business since 1986, so I've seen enough in my short life to know what goes on out there, but been around for 10 years, and we're here to help people create wealth, certainly not lose it. And we also have significant money invested as Genesis Mining. So the last thing we want to do is, of course, to see any infrastructure or things collapse.
And I'm walking myself through here the questions, Bill, so bear with us and people bear with us. Steve is asking, hey Steve, he's asking, any update when the company membership payment processing system will be back online?
For the recurring order, hi Steve, I was just thinking of the actual question. You're probably referring to the recurring order system. Now, the payment system does work. You have credit card systems actually functioning. You can actually buy with Bitcoin, you can buy with credit card, debit card, you can buy with bank wire, and at the end of this week also, there will be deployment where you'll be able to buy directly from an e-wallet. So when you go to checkout, let's just say that you want to become active as a member, and you have affiliate commissions in there, and I hope you've got tons of them sitting there. You'll be able to select e-wallet as your payment method. You'll click on e-wallet. As long as you've got sufficient funds there, it will actually show $50. You hit enter, bingo, debit your e-wallet $50, and you're then active. So you'll be able to use your e-wallet as the purchase process, not just for membership, but also for grams of gold and silver, which you've been able to do before, of course, but also for cryptocurrency as well. You won't have to use the gift certificate so much. The gift certificate's more so for probably places where, you know, if I don't have a, let's say I don't have a credit card or a debit card, or I'm not so, it might be in a part of the world where so many people don't have banks, for example, bank accounts, such as, let's speak about parts of Eastern Europe, or even, let's say, Nigeria, where we visited. I go up to Claudia, give her $200 in cash and say, Claudia, I want to get in the system of Swiss Gold Global. She uses me as gift certificate. I give her the cash. I'm in the system pretty quick, okay? But the e-wallet system, you won't have to worry about. To buy things, you won't have to worry about creating a gift certificate anymore. You'll just use the e-wallet as a payment process. But if your question was specifically about the automatic ordering process on the credit card system, that's going to take some time. Now let me tell you why. In this digital world we live, which has transformed the way we've lived now for many, many years, is absolutely fantastic and exciting. That's the positive side to it. It's brought great opportunity to our tables, our living rooms, as we see right now, don't we? On the other side, there's always a dark side to things, and that is this huge fraud, scamming, and things going on. And we are under a huge attack. We weren't hacked or anything, but we were actually defrauded. And the credit card company looked at us and said, okay, your business is a high-risk business, and we don't like that you have automatic payment systems that where you take money from people automatically. You have to allow people to push money to you rather than us taking the money, okay? Now, in time, that will evolve. We're still going through processes of different compliances. You know, when you deal with gold, silver, and cryptocurrency, it's not like you're selling shampoo or toothpaste. It's very, very, very different, or maybe a plastic toy or something like that. It's a different game, especially when you look at international banking. We're not just talking about trading in the US or trading within the boundary of the UK. We're talking globally here, okay? So it becomes very, very complex. So my long answer to your short question is, it will come back online. It will take time. But in the meantime, it just means that people have to do a little bit of effort. If you believe it's beneficial for you to be active as an affiliate, I believe it is. You'll be able, and you have commissions in there. You can go in your back office. You can pay for your membership very simply. You renew your membership very simply by selecting e-wallet, pay from your commissions. You can use Bitcoin. You can use bank wire. You can even pay with credit cards. It just means that you have to do it. It's not automatically done.
Another question coming here, and she says, I think I know the answer, but just wanted to double check that am I able to compound Bitcoin at the moment?
The silence is I'm thinking. Okay? Not the way you've done it before. Let me just think I want to understand what you mean by compounding. Primarily, it's Shazaz, I think the name was.
It was Elaine.
Oh, Elaine, okay. Elaine, okay, if you're buying, can we ask Elaine if she's a free customer? I want to speak to her specific, is she an affiliate or is she a free member?
we have to find out, I guess, if she's affiliate or free member. I think what she's meaning is she may have purchased every week a $30 contract and therefore compounded, or maybe she has referred and compounded. I'm not so clear. Let's have her answered and go to the next question.
Well, Elaine, if you've been compounding it, primarily there's only two ways you can compound your Bitcoin daily payout. That is, you actually buy more contracts and compound. Actually, there's probably three ways. If you're an affiliate member, you can earn commissions. You're earning commissions from referrals, okay, and those commissions can be actually used to buy more Bitcoin mining contracts. Therefore, you're getting your Bitcoin mining for free, which is pretty dynamic, and you're getting paid out daily in Bitcoin. That's one way. The second way is you sign up, refer other people. Could be free members, could be affiliates as well, and you're getting free hash power, whether it's 5% or 2.5%, depending on whether you're an affiliate or free member. And the third way is you just buy more contracts yourself. But now the Bitcoin contracts are no longer available. You can't compound that through those particular methods at the moment. The way you can compound earning Bitcoin, though, is through Ethereum. And how you do that is exactly the same. You refer Swiss Gold Global to me. You speak about the Ethereum contracts. I buy an Ethereum contract. You're going to pick up 2.5% or 5%, whatever Ethereum contract I actually buy. You're going to increase your Ethereum hash power, or mega hash, I should say, when it comes to Ethereum. You're increasing your payout, and currently with the Ethereum, we're paying you out in Bitcoin. You're mining for Ethereum, you're getting paid out in Bitcoin, your Bitcoin wallet. So in one sense, yes, it's not as direct as the Bitcoin contract, but you can still achieve the same thing.
Good. And some more. She's an affiliate, actually, by the way. So there's more question coming. So guys, bear with us if you still want to. Okay, this one is from Shasir. Okay, sorry, just too many questions coming here, which is good, actually. Just to be clear, if an affiliate joins tomorrow, they will get Ethereum gigahash, not Bitcoin gigahash, and it can't be reverted.
Zahir, it seems like you were not watching Indian cricket. Sorry, Pakistani cricket. So you did take notice. The answer is, it's a joke between me and him, of course. The answer is yes, you're correct. If a person signs up tomorrow on one of the packages, they will receive Ethereum. So with the miner package, instead of getting 200 gigahash in Bitcoin mining power, they're going to get 1 mega hash in Ethereum, and they won't be able to change that later on. What they can do later on, of course, is that they can still earn when Bitcoin comes back online. They'll be able to refer and earn Bitcoin, of course, a hash power, as Elaine just spoke about before, or questioned us regarding before. And also, of course, you can earn the Ethereum hash power as well. So from tomorrow onwards, you won't get Bitcoin in your packages. You'll have Ethereum in your packages, and you'll earn Ethereum getting paid out. So you're mining for Ethereum, getting paid out in Bitcoin. And at the end of the week, you'll have the opportunity to decide, do I want to take delivery of my mining from Ethereum contract in Ether, or do I want to get paid out in Bitcoin? You'll be able to select that yourself. So it's pretty dynamic. And you know, you just saw the chart of Ethereum. Again, it's still very exciting to own.
And there's another question coming here. This was actually from Shazad before, so it wasn't Zahir, but this is from Zahir now. Sorry, because we cannot get, he's saying because we cannot get Bitcoin percentage from our team, we will get Ethereum now. When a Bitcoin is available, we will also get 5% and 2.5% from when that is compounded also. Just checking if I understood correctly.
Yes, correct. If you refer people tomorrow, if you refer me and I buy Ethereum mining, you're going to get paid out whether it's 5% or 2.5%, depending upon whether you're an affiliate or a free member. When Bitcoin mining comes back online and I buy Bitcoin mining contracts, you're going to get paid 5% or 2.5%, depending upon whether you are an affiliate or a free member. When people buy products and services, you get paid. That's how we operate in Swiss Gold Global. So if you refer people and they buy products and services, you're going to get paid. If I buy Ethereum you're going to get paid in the equivalent in the Ethereum algorithm or cryptocurrency. Okay, if in the future I go back and start buying Bitcoin, you're going to get paid in Bitcoin.
And Bill, I'm still holding you on it, but it's just some more question coming here from the Zairs and the Shazats. Well, bear with us. Bill is going to buy you some Cricket, how you say, Cricket things to play with it so that you're not getting bored. He did it actually some times back. For some kids in the street, I saw it. He really did. He did bring them some Cricket stuff from Australia. Anyways, Elaine is asking, today I sent from my Xapo wallet 0.3 to increase my hash power. The transaction has been processed for 8 hours. I'm not showing on my STG account as reviewed. Will it be accepted or is it being bounced?
I mean, I can't see Elaine's screen, so the transaction hasn't been the process, the mining is not affected, Elaine. Let's make this very, very clear. If we're talking about the mining, whatever Bitcoin you own has nothing to do, the Bitcoin mining contract, gigahash or terahash that you own now is not affected. You own that, it's mining, it's going to pay out daily. Now, if the transaction, as long as it's your Bitcoin daily payout is in excess of 0.0015 of a Bitcoin, it will be paid out. But it takes a number of hours. Once it's pushed to the blockchain, it's still going to take a couple of hours before it's actually credited to your individual wallet. But I can't answer that specifically unless we saw it. But if you believe there's an issue there, Elaine, take a screenshot of that and please send it to contact@swissgoldglobal.com. Do not use support@swissgoldglobal.com. Too much spam. That's not supported anymore. Only send your tickets to contact@swissgoldglobal.com, or when you're in your member account, click on the help tab and just create a ticket, attach it to there and send it through, and they will get back to you on that. But from what I'm sort of thinking about what Elaine's asked me, I've got a feeling it may be that it just hasn't been, the transaction hasn't been confirmed on the blockchain yet for her wallet.
And the last two questions for today, and that is, I'm assuming you can exchange Ethereum for Bitcoin later.
If you're talking contract-wise, no, you cannot. Just like you have a Bitcoin contract now, you can't change it to Ethereum contract. Okay. If I bought a Mercedes today and want to change it, I can trade. I suppose I could trade it into a BMW, but they're not exchangeable in one sense. Okay. So if you own a Bitcoin contract today, you can't say, okay, give that back, and I want to take an Ethereum contract. It doesn't work that way. Contracts are non-transferable, non-refundable. Once you buy it, it's yours. Okay. In association with the terms and conditions. So if you buy an Ethereum contract today and it's actually mining Ethereum for you, that is your contract until the expiration of that mining contract, which is 2 years. If you wanted to have Bitcoin in the future, if you don't own Bitcoin mining now, you'll just have to wait until it comes back online, and then you buy a Bitcoin mining contract, which means you'll own Bitcoin mining and you'll own Ethereum mining. That's the way it is. So the contracts are non-transferable. You can't, just because you're taking an Ethereum contract out now, all of a sudden say, I want to give that back now, Bitcoin's out, I want to transfer that to a Bitcoin contract. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work that way. It's completely different algorithm, different mining rigs, completely different hardware and processes to mine these different altcoins compared to Bitcoin.
Last two questions. Last two questions is, when do we have a debit card?
I don't know. That's just been a very direct answer. This is something that's been on our drawing board for a long time. But again, because we're a different company, gold, silver, and cryptocurrency, a lot of these companies are cautious about it. You may not think that that's the case. That is absolutely the case. If you're a shampoo company or something, you can get these things, but as soon as you have gold or silver, and what we do, many of the companies, legally they can't do it. they won't prevent that. They'll prevent us from actually having it. They'll say regulatory-wise they can't allow us to have that. But with that said, we know there's some things coming out with some other people in the future that we're currently working with, and we may have access to that. But to give you an exact date, I cannot actually do that.
But with that said, just to comment further on what Bill said, there's so many providers now on the Bitcoin space where you actually can, use, like I use a Bitwala a card. I know in the US you have the BitPay card, you have Xapo card, you have CoinShare card. You have so many card providers which you can attach to your Bitcoin wallet and which you then can just use. And when you go purchase or take money out of the ATM, that would work in your currencies. There's so many providers out there to that for debit cards.
That's true, Claudia. So I misunderstood the question, but I thought regarding just a debit card for payout of commissions. That's a different debit card, of course. But of course, your card that's connected to a Bitcoin wallet, or maybe in the future connected to an Ethereum wallet, which would be fantastic. I believe they are coming out. Sure, that is on the drawing board. We don't have a fixed date, but you know what? We don't want to actually. We're cautious of where we go in that particular space. A lot of the fraud, or let's say hacking, it has occurred in this particular area, and these other companies do it so well. I mean, if you look at Bitwala, you look at Xapo and things. These companies have been out. They specialize in this, so it's pretty, even for Pazer, for example, you can get a prepaid card. They're also doing bitcoins and things on that. So many wallet providers out there today already provide this particular service, and of course because it's all done on the blockchain, makes it very easy to actually to set up.
Okay, there's another question coming from Chase. Hi, Chase. He joined in yesterday, somebody, and he cannot see it confirmed. I don't know how he paid with, if he paid with, I don't know if you paid with Bitcoin or whatsoever. I really don't know. Chase, I have an affiliate who has purchased contracts yesterday and they're still pending. Is it because of what's happening? No, I wouldn't say so.
No, nothing to do with it, Jason. Just the transactions on Bitcoin on the blockchain are just huge, and of course, sometimes they can go through quick. Sometimes they can take 2 or 3 days to actually process. But if it's gone through, that will be honoured anyway. That particular contract. If there's any issue, just have them, of course, to reach out to us. contact@swissgoldglobal.com. And you probably would have noticed, for some of you people, that yes, we've been overwhelmed at our support team primarily the last month, because of what's been happening with the issue with of course the daily payouts, etc. But we're getting on top of that now, which is great. So any issues, of course, send a ticket to contact@swissgoldglobal.com. But anything regarding the transactions of Bitcoin or your current contracts and your daily payouts has nothing to do with Genesis Mining not making more contracts available. As I said earlier on to Elaine, it just means that their production, their availability of gigahash, megahash to their providers is just exhausted. That's it. They've run out of jelly beans in the jar have all gone for the time being. So they've got to get more supplies. Means they need more mining rigs for Bitcoin. Once that comes online, which it will be coming online, I don't think it'll be too long into the future, because I know they're doing huge fit outs at the moment, but it will take some time. The contracts will become available again.
And there's more questions coming, but guys, we need to come to an end here. What we're going to do, and I know, Sarah, you have a question how you can register or something is happening. You don't get the signature. We will address this later, so we will send you a document basically that you can, to your email address, so that they can sign. I don't know why. Probably it's the internet or something, whatever you do. So Sarah, you1 will be answered. Jace, I'm in contact with you. Zaire, the question, I mean, we should organize a hangout with your group, with Bill, so let's do that. Yes, we have a recording, but it's a long recording. People don't like to listen to long recordings, as you guys know. So we're going to do another I'm going to probably arrange some hangouts with you, so to get all those questions answered and clarified. I know you would love that. So yeah, so all the people, we're going to go back into those questions which haven't been answered, but we just don't want to drag it too long on here because that's just too long. And with that, well, thank you. Bill, if you want to add something. Thank you, guys.
Yes, I want to thank everyone for showing up on today's call and asking your questions. We're also doing a webcast tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Zurich time, which is 10 a.m. London time. That's going to be in fact, it's 7 p.m. Sydney time, Australia. So, and it'll be morning time in the US. So we're doing another call tomorrow morning, primarily to service the Australasian, New Zealand markets. So you're welcome to come onto that particular call. You have more questions, we'll be doing the same tomorrow morning's call as we've done now. But again, thank you for your understanding and patience. In that sense, it's very exciting that you're involved in a concept that is just growing so fast, in a product that is, where the money is flowing right now, where the trend is so strong. That is it's just confirmation that you're in the right area, the right place at the right time. And this will work through, but don't be disheartened by the Ethereum contracts. Do your research on them, do your due diligence, and again, you can still get the same, you can still compound and do get your daily rewards that way as well. Of course, Bitcoin is the one that's paying it the most at the moment. I can't argue with that. But as I said, I like to own both anyway. But thank you, Claudia. I'll see you on tomorrow morning's call. And thank you for everyone who's joined us on today's call.
Thank you, everybody, and good night.